Today we are going to cover the module, Travel Information. This module is located on the left side and is represented by an icon of a cargo vehicle with an exclamation mark. In the Travel Information module, what we will find is all the fuel consumption data that the vehicle has accumulated, including the total from all trips, the last reset, and the last reset with the vehicle speed greater than 0. What is this travel information, and how can it be useful to us? Travel information allows you to quantify the possible fuel consumption of a vehicle. This is useful for estimating and managing fuel usage during a trip. Additionally, travel information not only quantifies a vehicle's fuel consumption, but also tracks mileage between trips, estimates fuel expenditure through the fuel delivery factor, and detects possible vehicle abuse, such as speeding or engine over-revving. How do we see this when we have a module connected? Here I should clarify that these modules obviously have not traveled as I am working in simulation mode. We have been reprogramming and working on them, so they do not store travel information. Normally a control module would have all this information loaded with gallons. It would show the fuel consumed for all post-treatment injection, the normal fuel used by the vehicle, and obviously it will also break down other fuel usage values. Some companies perform checks on the fuel used by the PTO, power takeoff, to prevent improper use by drivers. These drivers sometimes use the PTO by activating cruise control to keep the engine running and the air conditioning on without the vehicle shutting off, which results in unnecessary fuel consumption while the vehicle is parked. To control this, companies establish usage ranges for the PTO, preventing the vehicle from remaining on for extended periods and causing high fuel consumption. They can also monitor the distance traveled and other relevant data. What might be important for you as mechanics if you've repaired an engine? Check if, for example, the engine has had any abnormal performance, such as a maximum engine speed. If I repair an engine and then check the travel information, and I see that the engine speed has exceeded 3,000 RPM, this may indicate that the engine was overworked, potentially causing mechanical failure. What we call it is it overflowed or simply over-revved the vehicle. So what do we need? Once we repair or diagnose the information, the first thing we will do is print this information to a PDF to keep a historical record of everything. So we'll name it travel information. Now we have the travel information. Following the travel information, once we repair, we will restore the values, but we cannot restore the entire accumulated data. We will only reset the trip resets. So to restore this, we will click where it says Reset, or right-click and select Reset Travel Information. By doing this, we are setting the values back to 0 from the last trip. Why is this important? Because when I reset the last trip values, it allows me to have the vehicle's information for both the outbound and return trips. I can clearly see if the vehicle has been moved from one point to another, so I can know exactly if it has been driven an additional 100 miles, 200 miles, and so on. This would indicate that it made a short trip, or if I have 1,500 miles, it could have made a round trip and returned. This information will allow us to see if the vehicle has been driven or not. Additionally, ensure that the engine RPM remains within a normal range. 3. Check how fuel management was carried out. Companies pay attention to a specific value which we can look at under trips since last reset in the option Average Fuel Economy and Driving. This is measured in miles per gallon. Many companies use this value to generate fuel for operators or to assess the engine's performance range. But let's remember that this calculation in features and parameters can be affected by how they are set up. Therefore, it is crucial to have well-organized parameters before you start working with a fleet or with travel information. For more information, visit our website, www.mechanicdiesel.com.